Happy Monday, Silky and Jimmy. Feels strange saying that. I didn't ever think it would have to come to this point. Preston. So I want to give you all a little bit of a life lesson. Let's say you're walking down the street one day, and some guy jumps out of an alley, brandishing a knife, threatening to cut you unless you give him your wallet or a lock of your hair or a piece of your earwax, let's say, if he's quite the eccentric mugger. What do? Do you A, turn and run the other way? B, fight back as hard as you can, despite the fact that you don't have a weapon? Or C, throw out Shakespearean insults until he runs away from you? If you guessed C, then you are correct. So here are of Shakespeare's most famous insults that you can use if you're ever caught in a sticky situation like this. Thou subtle, perjured, false, disloyal man! Thou art like a toad, ugly and venomous. Thine forward voice now is to speak well of thine friend, thine backward voice is to utter foul speeches and to detract. Thou art a fleshmonger, a fool, and a coward. A most notable coward, an infinite and endless liar, an hourly promise-breaker, the owner of no one good quality. Thy tongue outvenoms all the worms of the Nile. You scullion, you rampallion, you fustularian, I'll tickle your catastrophe. Methinks thou art a general offence, and every man should beat thee. My wife's a hobby horse. Thou art as loathsome as a toad. Go prick thy face and overread thy fear, thou lily-livered boy. Thou clay-brained guts, thou naughty padded fool, thou whoreson, obscene, greasy tallow catch. That trunk of humours, that bolting hutch of beastliness, that swollen parcel of dropsies, that huge bombard of sack, that stuffed cloak bag of gut, that roasted Manningtree ox with pudding in his belly, that revered vice, that grey iniquity, that father ruffian, that vanity in years. You starveling, you eel-skin, you dried neat's tongue, you bull's pizzle, you stockfish, oh, for breath to utter what is like thee! You tailor's yard, you sheath, you bow case, you vile standing tuck. Yes, it does actually say tuck. Grow up, people, come on. Peace, ye fat guts! There's no more faith in thee than a stewed prune. Thou poisonous, bunch-backed toad! Hey, Silks, I don't know if you're catching this, but there's a lot of things about toads. Thou art unfit for any place but hell. Thou art pigeon-livered and lack gall. Your virginity breeds mites, much like a cheese. Thine face is not worth sunburning. Your brain is as dry as the remainder biscuit after voyage. You are as a candle, the better burnt out. If thou wilt needs marry, marry a fool, for wise men know well enough what monsters you make of them. Thy sin's not accidental, but a trade. Thou art as fat as butter. Get you gone, you dwarf, you minimus hindering of naught grass maid, you bead, you acorn! So remember, if you're ever trapped in a dark alley with a guy with a knife, use some of these and you're sure to survive. Silks, I'll see you tomorrow.